Alistair Kavanagh and Gavin Lawrence would have been the rally leaders had they not punctured twice on the two opening stages, which cost them 5 minutes, dropping them to 17th. After a blistering drive through the next two sections, taking a stage win on each, they recovered 15 places to settle into second.
We just had two punctures in the first two stages. First one we managed to drive out on, second one we had to change in the stage. Well, it's a bit of a lottery. I mean, if everyone gets through without having a puncture, they'll be pretty lucky, basically. But, you know, we've got 3 stages left to go. Who's to say we don't get some more? So.
The surface of the route was hard on the cars, especially the loose rocks, and punctures were to dictate the fates of many, including Baldev Chaga and Atul Prashad. They are seen here driving on a rim, which may have saved them time for now, but when the pounding broke the hub, the time lost in repairs was far greater.
Just took off over a jump, and on the landing it was just there, so you could not avoid it, so ripped out the whole rear hub and the rim and everything. So just bembelezing it really to get it to the end. So many dropouts in this rally, so I think if we keep it there, we'll still probably get a good position.
On the move again, they consistently set times amongst the top 3, which placed them 3rd overall. Hardeep Rissi and Ravi Soni also punctured and are seen here driving on it for the last 7 kilometers of stage 1. They got away without damaging the car and only lost a minute. On the remaining 2 stages of the first loop, they had a clean run, setting times just outside the top 3 to settle into 4th. Punctures also became a nightmare for Peter Horsey and Despage Morris. They are seen here driving on one of the 2 they got on stage 1. They lost time on transport, changing the second one, arriving at the next control late, anxiously calling the controller to take their time card. They were in 5th, but with no more spares on board, they knew they had to drive cautiously. But it became academic when the engine blew on stage 2, and they were out.
We did okay, and it was having good fun and lots of nice little jumps and stuff, but unfortunately by the end of the stage the engine had blown. We don't really know why, we're just trying to find out now.
With 3 of the front runners already sidelined, the race to fill the gaps reveals some surprising names, and leading the battle to 5th place were Tajveer Rai and Bharat Patni. Their performance was a real eye-opener, especially considering that this was their 6th rally since taking up the sport.
What is your aim when you're rallying? Are you looking for results, or are you just looking to improve?
At the moment, it's just experience. I think at least the first season, just get some experience, and then we'll see after that.
So a result is a bonus?
Yeah. I mean, I was hoping for a top 10 today, really.
Following close behind Tajveer was Sandip Jandu and Gurdeep Nihangra, whose bright orange N10 was easy for those ahead to see in their rearview mirrors. They were running in the middle of the field, recording times which went by unnoticed. But when the tally placed them 6th, even they were surprised to be in such good company.
On the hill up there, hey, we nearly lost it on 2-3 hairpins. It's slippery rocks, big rocks like that. And I was sitting on an angle in my car, so I don't look at the valley down. It's scary.
He's got a phobia.
Jasmeet Chana and George Joroga were on track to record what would have been a career best result, and were just settling into the rally when a drive shaft broke on stage 3, and what would have been a top 5 placing went by the board. The replacement took nearly an hour, but with only 30 minutes lateness allowed, they were time barred. Jaswinder and Ravi Chana had no such problem and were sensibly pacing their rally with plenty in reserve, which they planned to apply once they knew where they stood. They were in 7th, having slipped behind drivers they would normally be ahead of.
Yeah, we are backing off just a little bit on the rough because avoiding punches and stuff. Okay, leave alone rough is rocky as well, climbing up those hills. I think this road was last used in 2003. And ever since then it's not being used, but it's rocky, it's really rocky.
With 4 of the 7 stages complete, Ian Duncan already had the comfortable lead of 3.5 minutes over Alistair Kavanagh, with Baldev Chaga in 3rd. It was all work in progress, with 2/3 of the competitive distance still to run. The Equator Motor Club had laid on an event that would once again be a strong contender for the best rally of the year. The route had a mix of everything from flat out to very technical, including a very awkward and nerve-wracking hill climb. Whilst there were spectators along the length of the route, the beginning of stage 3 was run around a field to give the locals the opportunity to see more than just a glimpse of the cars. It was a compact rally, with only short distances of transport between the stages, set around the centrally located service park situated in a workshop yard at Chemelil, where the action was every bit as frantic as out on the route. Alistair Cavan and Gavin Lawrence were now running first on the road as they set off for the second loop of the stages. Their only chance at victory meant they had to be quicker than Duncan on all the remaining sections. Ian Duncan and Amos Sludge were running second on the road, with the advantage that they did not have to attack. But when they passed Kavanagh changing yet another puncture, they knew victory was in the bag. They were quickest through stages 5 and 6, and with Kavanagh dropping back, were so far out in front that only fate could stop them from winning. With Kavanagh puncturing, Baljav Chaga and Atul Kochar moved into second, but it was only temporary. Look closely at the underside of the car. Not far up the road, the crossmember broke, and they joined the list of retirements.